Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be customizing this Schleich Andalusian mare. Now as you can see she's already kind of got paint on her. That's because I customized her once before but I didn't like what I did, so this is me redoing her. So first thing I did was get kitted up with disposable gloves and a mask, and I was using some white primer to get a nice base coat for the painting. So I did that in a few coats until she was a nice even white all over, and I was thinking it was looking really good, and then I dropped her and she had these marks on her which was not so great, but then I covered them over and they looked okay in the end. Then I scrolled through some pictures of horses to try and find some good inspiration, and then I couldn't find any, so I just sort of winged it. So I was using acrylic paints and some random paintbrushes which I found lying around. I started with a light grey kind of base coat. I didn't really know where I was going, so I just sort of went for it. And this is what that looked like in the end. Then I got some white paint and I was using a sponge to lighten her underside. I also used the white paint around her nose and around her legs. After that I kind of got this like black, and with a sponge I just sort of put it on her back, and I don't really know what I was thinking when I was doing this, but I did it anyway. And it came out kind of dodgy, not gonna lie. Then I painted her mane and tail black, which to be fair, didn't look as bad as I was expecting it to. After that I was using some pastels, and I used grey, and I kind of just put it all over her. After that I used the black to go over some more shading areas of I don't know, such as around her eyes and around her legs. At this point I kind of realised I didn't know what I was doing, so I went back to looking at pictures of grey horses to try and find some inspiration. And at this point I kind of got sick of filming videos, so I just took pictures, and I did her hooves, and I did her mane in sort of like grey, and then I didn't like it, so I did it white, and then I didn't like it, so I did it as a sort of weird halfway thing, and then I blended it, and I was kind of losing hope. I did her nose, and I felt like I did it wrong, so I did it again, and then I added some pink, and she was just looking at this point, and I didn't really know where I was going. I added some dapples to try and make it look better, and that was the breaking point. I kind of gave up, and I stripped her back of all the stuff that I'd just done, and I started her again with this grey base coat, and it was kind of a bit yellowy, so I put on a lighter base coat, which I thought looked better. Then I put this like white creamy colour on her mane and tail, and it needed a few layers. After I'd done that I felt pretty confident with it. Then I went back over with the pastels and I added some shading. Then I was using some clear matte varnish spray to lock that shading in place. After that I was adding some white markings, and I was feeling a lot more confident at this stage. With her eye I added some blue, and then some light blue because I didn't like the shade blue. Then I kind of got freaked out by that, and I went and shaded her mane and tail instead. Then I went back to the eye, and I added a pupil and some like eyeliner. I was pretty happy with all that, so I just sealed it all in place with some varnish. But the varnish I was using was kind of shiny, and I didn't want it to be, so I went over some of the more shiny areas in this like matte varnish that I had. Then I added some gloss varnish to her eyes. And this is her finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my Instagram for updates and offers and deals and cool stuff. I'll see you in the next video.